Hey guys, it's Anna from Making Room for Peace. I just wanted to stop and say hello. It's been a long time since I've posted on social media or written a blog post, but I have not forgotten or given up on the blog. I've just been trying to be really intentional in writing when I have something that I want to say that I think would be helpful. And I've been taking a lot of time to really get clarity on the mission and our values and the purpose of this blog, Making Room for Peace. So that's what I'm working on now. I had a full work day and now I'm in my second office. So pretty. So I've been trying to write out like our story and the mission and values of Making Room for Peace. And I'll read you the mission statement I have right now. It's kind of in progress, but it is to encourage others on their journey of shedding things that no longer serve them in order to make room for peace. So I think that ties in well, and the values I've come up with so far for the blog are community, devotion, sustainability, and I'm trying to think of one that like I don't know, work for like shedding things, like decluttering. I'm trying to think of a better word, I guess. But yeah, I mean, part of it, like, this blog is a place for believers and non-believers alike. Um, I think what my minimalism, when I learned about it last year, or a couple years ago, it really clicked with me, was because I saw the biblical side of it. I read Joshua Becker's blog, Becoming Minimalist, and saw some videos and his testimony and how he came into minimalism. And that had a huge impact on me. I kind of started to look at like this shedding of things as a way to focus more on God. Like, in college, I still struggled with anxiety and depression, and I was definitely a shopaholic. I wasn't a hoarder ever, but I was definitely a pack rat. And I would buy things to make myself feel better and to get that high. And that kind of continued on. It wasn't until, sorry, there's like a bee. It wasn't until really I got married and moved out of the city, out of Northern Virginia into Williamsburg, this quiet place that I didn't have really the distractions that I used to. I mean, there's stores here. It's not like it's like the country, but I don't know. I just started to evaluate what these things really meant to me and how they're helping me or holding me back on my mission as a believer in Jesus Christ. So it's not that stuff is inherently bad. I'm not like against stuff. I went to school for interior design. I'm an interior stylist, and obviously I need stuff to style. I guess what it comes down to is your stuff just can't be your ultimate source of contentment and satisfaction in life. And oftentimes, the more stuff you have, the more it can be a distraction from what God's calling you to do. It usually causes more stress and like takes up more time. Like you have to take care of it because, like, if you have a big house, there's more space and there's more problems that come with it. Stuff like that. But the Bible has so many amazing verses about money and things. I think it said that 15% of what Jesus said in the New Testament, like during his time on earth, like 15% of that was about money. So it's obviously a big deal. Some of my favorite verses that deal with it is Matthew 19, the rich young man, where this guy is like, he comes to Jesus and is like, look, I've kept all these commands, but like, what do I need to do to get to heaven? Jesus says, you need to go, in verse 21, if you want to be perfect, go sell your possessions and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come follow me. When the rich man heard this, he was sad because he had great wealth. So, this guy had all this stuff and, had led a good life, but he had a love for money and God, and you can't have both. The Bible says, like, you can't have two masters. And so that's one verse. And another one is, so I've kind of gotten off topic, but one more passage before I go is found in 1 John chapter 3, verse 16. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. If anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need, but has no pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? And dear children, let us not live with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. This, then, is how we know that we belong to the truth, and how we set our hearts at rest in his presence whenever our hearts condemn us. For God is greater than our hearts, and he knows everything. So I love that verse. It's just really clear. It just tells you like what love is. It's just caring for others and not making much of yourself. Like just being Christ-like, my possessions aren't mine really, they're God's. And if he wants me to give it away or to share with others, I need to do so. I need to like not just say like right in my blog post, I'm like, oh, this is really important to me, y'all, we should do this, and then not do it. And so I'll be sharing more about how I've been putting this verse into practice and how I'm trying to, because it's hard. I'm definitely not perfect. This is not what this is about. I'm just here to encourage everyone on this journey. But it was great chatting with y'all, and I'll be keeping y'all posted. Lots of big things are coming. Bye.